Do those hair colors like mean something, or is it more like personal per case?
I feel like it's kind of your image of what you want to be. So if you like the color purple, you can dye your hair the color purple. And it's like now we have this like mentality in society where you just let people do their own thing and you just have to go along with it. And I mean, a lot of the time it looks really cool. Who cares? You're being an individual and stuff, as long as you're not like getting something offensive tattooed on your face.
So as far as hair coloration goes, I feel as though some people, there is that concept in the animal kingdom, I can't remember the name of it, but if you're very brightly colored and you have many different brightly colors, it's a way to, yeah, well, like a peacock or like a tree frog, like a tree frog that's poisonous if you eat it, it's a way to kind of warn people like, hey, don't go towards that. So when I see somebody with really wild colored hair and hairstyle, I just kind of look at them, and this is an internal thing I tell myself. I'm like, yeah, not that I don't want to talk to that person, but yeah, I don't want to talk to that person.
It's interesting.
It's awful. But whatever.
So the peacock thing is actually interesting. I learned this past semester that the female peacocks, they really want a male with like bigger, brighter colors, but a male with bigger, brighter wings is also less likely to survive in the wild as well. So those two things are pulling the species in opposite directions, which is why it's kind of like leveled out as far as their reproduction goes.
That's very interesting. So do you speculate that there's a kind of a commoditization on the what's the right way to say this? The male peacocks that have the lesser survival tactics are being selected by the females more so than the ones who have better survivability chance.
So it's actually both.
Okay.
It's both that are affecting that.
Okay.
It's nor one or the other.
The men are affecting it too? The male peacocks?
Well, yeah, because again, so a male with like larger wingspan and like more beautiful, bigger colors is less likely to get away from a predator.
Yeah.
And more likely to reproduce. Whereas a male with like smaller peacock feathers has a higher chance of getting away, but a less likely of a chance to reproduce with a female due to her choice.
That's very interesting. Because when you think about it, survival kind of, and this is very cross species, survival isn't really defined by those types of qualities.
Yes.
And I guess the point I'm making is you can say the same about the peacock community as you could say about the human community, where females generally are the choosers of the next generation. It's not really males, because the woman is essentially the at least in multiple cultures in human society, cross-culturally and globally around the world, the woman has generally the choice of which mate she wants to have, compared to more than the male. Unless you're talking about certain countries like India where there's a lot of arranged marriages.
But specifically here in the Western,
especially in the Western world, women have kind of that more of that choice, because the men generally have to go out and woo the girl in some kind of way, or if they're out to the bar, the girls can sit on the bar top, they can talk, have a conversation in a nice, comfortable, safe setting, and the guys are kind of the ones who are most of the time scoping. So in that sense, it's almost as though it kind of shows the similarities between human and peacock communities, where the male has to kind of put on a show, and the female has to choose based off of that. But also in the humanistic community, there are a lot of girls who would rather, especially in the Western world, there are a lot of girls who are like, oh, he's a musician, he's an artist, rather than like, the very successful but very boring businessman, because he doesn't take those types of big risks. So there's a lot of different things you can pull from that. It's very interesting.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, comment, ring the notification bell, and support us on Facebook, Patreon, Twitter, Snapchat, and anything else. Thank you.